What's up, everybody? It's been a while. I apologize, but as all of you obviously know, becoming a software engineer is hard and it requires a lot of your time, especially when you're working 45 ish hours a week. It's tough to do. But I'm almost finished. I should be finished by November. And I have some updates for you guys on some courses that I have finished. Primarily, what I'd like to talk about just in this video, I'm going to spend some time in the next couple of weeks making videos on the other classes that I've been taking and what you can expect. But the biggest thing that comes to mind just immediately, and I'm short on time today, so I'm gonna make this quick, are the certification courses. Now, I don't know how long this is going to be relevant, because I know that WGU takes away certifications and adds certifications, and somewhere I read something or I heard something from my mentor that they were going to be taking away the certifications altogether. So I don't know what to expect when it comes to the certifications, but if you have to do your Project Plus certification for your IT project management class, or your AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner certification for I think the course is just literally called AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. If you have to take either one of those courses and you're wondering what to expect, I am going to tell you right now. First things first, the material for each one of those courses I didn't use. I didn't think that it was very valuable. It was it was way too granular for somebody and it's not interesting at all. Not to me, anyway. I found it extremely boring. So if I would have tried to pass either one of these certification courses just by reading the material that they gave me, there's no way I would have passed those courses. First things first, they take quite a bit of time. Even if you go the route that I'm about to suggest, they still take quite a bit of time. So my advice would be to put as much time and energy as you can into those right away, and just knock them out. Knock them out as quick as possible. A little tip: you're gonna be going through the material and taking practice exams. I did some research on this while I was in the process of taking the course, because I kept scoring lower on practice exams than what the expectation was in order to receive your certification, and I just was really hesitant to take my exam because I thought I was going to fail, and I didn't want to have to go through the whole process again, or God forbid, get to the point where I took 2 attempts and then had to pay for it myself. So I was really standoffish about taking my exams. But what I found through just my own research online while I was worrying about this was that those exams most of the time are more difficult and graded differently than the actual certificate exams themselves. And a really good resource that you might want to check out if you haven't ever done this before, it works for everything, and it's really good. It'll get you back in a good headspace, is to Google AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner, and then put Reddit at the end and see what other people are saying about it on Reddit. That actually, it sounds funny, but it helped out a lot. What I would suggest you do, and this worked for me, if you're similar to have a similar learning style to me, then this should work well for you. Was I just found some courses on Udemy, and I took the course, and I took the practice exams, and then I messaged my instructors and let them know, hey, I've been taking this certification prep course on Udemy, and I've taken all the practice exams, I've completed the course, I think I'm ready to take my certification exam. And I did that for both the CompTIA Project Plus certification and the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner certification, and I passed them both on the first attempt. Man, I am gonna just warn you now, it's all so boring. You may feel differently, and I'm in project management. Like, that's what I do for a job. I'm an assistant project manager for a marketing firm. So I thought I would be at least find that one interesting. I did not. That one is more technical, I think, because you're learning you have to know all of the exact processes for different methodologies, like the agile methodology, for example, when it comes to project management. The AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam is basically just quizzing you about Amazon Web Services, different services, just the services that they offer and the different software that they have for people to use. Let me make sure I have this right, because this course was really good, and I'm having, it's by Dion Training, Dion, and they have a couple of them, because there's different versions of the certification exams. So just make sure that whatever course you take is for the specific exam that you're taking. Like, I think for the AWS course, for example, it was CWL10F or something, or F02, and then that was last year, and then this year it was 120F or F02 or something. So it was, the differences were minimal, but I would suggest doing that. Don't waste your time doing YouTube videos. I tried all that. I tried it all. Nothing worked as well as taking a Udemy course. And I found out that, sometimes you can create a new Udemy profile, and you get to take pretty much any of the courses they have on there for free for 2 weeks. So if you think that you can get a course done, or finish the course and get prepped for the exam in 2 weeks, then that's a good free option to try if they have it available. If not, you can sign up for a Udemy subscription, which I want to say is $19.99 a month or somewhere around there, but then you can still take all the different courses for free, so you end up with a month for $20, and you'll save yourself a big headache. It's just, you're just watching videos and taking quizzes, watching videos and taking quizzes, watching videos and taking quizzes, and then at the end of each course, there's usually 5 or 6 different practice exams to prep you, and they're written almost exactly like they're written on the exam, so it's extremely helpful. The AWS certification, they actually did have some pretty good resources for that one in your course. So look at all the different course tips, go into the course chatter, see what they offer to you, because I think there were some practice exams specifically for that course that are hosted on Udemy, but you get them for free if you use the link that you get from the class. So just look for those, and those ones specifically were, everybody online said, if you score low on these, you're gonna score lower on these than you will on the actual exam. So both exams I took before I reached the point where they recommended that I was ready for we gotta get 80% and then you're ready for the exam. I think I got to 70% on each of them. Now, I only passed each exam by an extra 30 or 40 points, and when you're talking about a 900 or 1,000 point exam, that's only a couple of questions. But I also made sure that I went through any at the end that I could get through and go and check my work. There's a lot of context clues, so you might not know the answer to question 3, but question 10 might give you, a tip or a hint on what the answer was back on 3. So if you can try to remember that, that helps a lot. But I spent a lot of time, that I wish I would have had a video like this just to tell me right away, go take a Udemy course. Because I tried a lot of stuff, and both of these exams or these classes stretched out for me for like 2 months each, maybe even 3 months. So if I were you, the first thing I would do is I would just buckle up and take a Udemy course, knock that out in 3 or 4 weeks, take your exam, boom, you got 5 more months left in the semester to do all your other classes. Hopefully that helps you. Really, there's not much I can give you on this one, unfortunately, except for some guidance and some advice and some tips. But that will, I think that'll help you guys a lot. So if you can just start with Udemy courses, I'll tell you right now, the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam, Udemy course, there are a couple of different ones. I took one by Casey Shaw, Kasey, and then Shah, which was okay. I took that, and then I used the practice exams that WGU gives us as study material, and I ended up passing that with like, I think you have to pass it with a 700, and I think I passed it with a 730 or a 740. So, and the good thing about the Casey Shaw one is that it's not super long like some of the other ones. That you can find that one on Udemy. Actually, if you specifically Google AWS CCP exam Udemy course, it shows, Google shows you, well, here's Udemy's website, but then here's some courses, and it's got 3 thumbnails, and Casey Shaw's prep courses in one of those thumbnails. I don't know if that's, just because of my cache and my metadata, because I took it, but it should be easy to find. If you just Google AWS CCP Udemy Casey Shaw, it should pop right up. Just make sure you're taking a newer version so that it's not outdated material. Now, when it came to, what's it called? Sorry, my dogs are going nuts downstairs because the lawn care people are at my apartment, and well, they just bark at anything anyway. Yeah, and then there is the Dion Training, Dion. The guy's name is Jason Dion, Dion. He's got a whole team. They're based out of Orlando, Florida, which is where I live. So I thought that was kind of cool, but they are super thorough. The only reason I didn't take their AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam prep course is because I was running out of time. That's the only reason. If I had more time, I would have taken their course instead. But their Project Plus course, it's a lot of material. Both of these are a lot of material, and it's not like you're enjoying learning all this stuff. So it's like, oh, cool. There's more content for me to consume. It's like you're just gonna have to grit your teeth and get it done. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna tell you, because it sucked for me to not realize what was happening until I was already in it, and then found out how boring they were, and I feel like it just made it worse. So just know that it's gonna be boring, and that you're probably going to have to force yourself to pay attention. And I even tried some other free courses on YouTube, which, dude, they are going so fast, and they do not cover anywhere near the amount of material that you need to be taught. Don't waste your time doing that. I can't even tell you how much time I wasted trying to find a workaround. There isn't one. Either you're gonna have to read all this super boring material, or go take a legitimate course on Udemy. And you actually may, depending on how they're doing it now and what specific course code your course is, they may have a free Udemy course for WGU, but you're gonna have to look in the course tips or the resources section or something to find that. But if they have that and it's through Udemy, those are usually pretty good. So yeah, I mean, just buckle in. Understand it's going to probably be boring for you unless you're just super jazzed about project management methodologies and services that Amazon offers, which I probably only 1 out of every 10 people. But if you take those Udemy courses, you get started early, get started right away, focus only on that. I tried to, one of these, I can't remember which one it was, but I tried to do that and then also do like work a little bit at a time for like 2 other courses. Didn't work for me. You may be different, but my advice would be to start right away, put all your effort into each one of these as they come, and take the Udemy courses instead of trying to read all the material, and make sure you do all the practice exams. I bet if you can get up to 70% on these exams, I bet you'll be okay. But you know yourself, but I don't know you at all. You know yourself. So if you really feel like I'm going to fail this, even though you're getting 70%, do a little extra studying, go back through and watch some videos. The good thing about the Jason Dion courses is that I think they tell you, like, hey, you should go back and review this video if you make a mistake. That's super helpful because then you don't have to keep track of everything. I think altogether, each course was like 13 or 14 hours. So if you can put a day into it, you're done with the course, or put an hour a day into it, you're done with the course in 2 weeks. And then you take a week to do practice exams and just drill those practice questions until you're happy with your score. Go and take your exam. You're done with the class in 3.5 weeks. That's not bad for one of these. I think, that's half the time it took me to do them. So hopefully I save you a lot of headaches, and I'll save you a lot of time. But like always, go ahead and drop me a comment if you need some help. I'll try to put the links to these courses down in the description, so have a look at those. And then go ahead and subscribe, because in the next couple of weeks I will go back through the last few courses I took, like the software engineering course, which is a project that you can get done in a day or two. The Python course, I tried a bunch of workarounds for that too. See, I'm making all the mistakes so you guys don't have to make as many mistakes. That's really why I'm doing this, because I wish somebody would have just told me, hey, I tried all this crap, the only thing that worked for me was this, so just start with this first, and then if that doesn't work, then try doing other stuff. Because I don't know, I feel like my learning style is similar to a lot of y'all out there, and there's a handful of people in each of our classes that may be able to just sit down and read a book and retain all that information. I have to watch somebody do it, or have it explained to me, or do it on my own, hands-on, for it to really sink in. I'm not going to learn much from just reading a book. So if you're that way too, these are probably the best courses of action. And I know I said this was going to be quick, but gosh, time really does fly when you're talking about this stuff. Anyway, just subscribe. I'll talk to you about Python. I'll talk to you about the software engineering course. And there's a couple of other courses that I've taken and finished that I will talk to you about, such as, well, let's see. I'm already here. Why not? Let's see here. Oh, completed terms. There we go. Let's see, the JavaScript programming course, the front-end web development course, so front-end web development, JavaScript programming, software engineering, Python, I got all those coming up. So if you are, just right behind me doing these certificates, focus on doing those, and then by the time you're done with those, I should have some other videos up about the next upcoming courses for you guys, because I've done, I've done 5 classes in the last couple of months, and I just finished one today, actually. I just got word back from WGU that my project passed for software engineering, so that's good. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 classes left, and I've got 5 months to do them because I'm gunning to finish by the end of the semester. So I'm doing one class every 2 weeks. I did find out through Reddit that data structures and algorithms, if you put the time in for 2 or 3 hours a day, that you should be able to finish that class in about a week. So hopefully I'll have a 5th class to talk to you guys about here by next week. And then I never finished Python. I just kept getting into these situations where I only had a little bit of time left, and I had all these other courses that I had to get done. So I put that one off and put that one off, and I'm just now finishing that course. I've been messing around with Python for a long time now. So I'll talk to you guys about that one too. So go ahead and subscribe and turn that little bell notification thing on, and I will it'll tell you guys when I drop another video. But I'll try to do them all within like the same week so that you can watch them all. And then if you've got them all coming up, you'll have a good understanding of how to attack these things. And we'll get that degree, y'all. I'm ready for it. I feel like I've been in school forever. Off and on, work. I know a lot of you guys are in the same boat. And I am super excited to get this done. To just be done with this and not have to focus on school every day. I finished work at 2 o'clock. Finished work at 2 o'clock today. It's 3:15. I'm tired of working from 6 a.m. until 2 or 2:30 or 3, and then having to jump on and do schoolwork from 2 to 5 or 3 to 6, or you know, I'm ready to. I'm sure you guys are ready too. So let's. I'll help you guys as much as I can, so that you guys don't have to make the same mistakes and learn from your own mistakes. You can learn from my mistakes, and hopefully it'll help you guys get your degree that much faster. But as always, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm really surprised with how well these videos have been doing. So hopefully this information's relevant for a while, and that it helps you guys. And if it helps you, let me know. And if you see somebody down in the comments who needs some help, I'm not on here all the time. I'm really not. I rarely get on here. I really just get on here to make these videos and post them for you guys. So if you guys see other people in the comments asking questions that I haven't responded to, if you guys know the answer, please just help each other out. You know,